Hey, so this is a little video clip to show how to multiply 3 by 3. So we're going to start with 3 times 2. And the reason why this is going to work is because those are the biggest numbers. That's 300 and that's 200. So we're going to put down a 6. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. Because 3 times 2 is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. All right. Now we're done with the biggest number. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next numbers that we're going to multiply. So we're going to multiply 3 and 5 and 2 and 1. Those are the next biggest place values. 3 and 5 and 2 and 1. Notice that they come off of 3 times 2. So that's 15 plus 2. And guess how many zeros are left over? If we do these two, there's 1, 2, 3. So 15 plus 2 is 17 with 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. All right. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is 3 times 7, 2 times 5, and 1 times 5. And the reason we're going to do that is because 3 and 2 are still the biggest. And we're going to go ahead and use those place values. So 3 times 7, 2 times 4, and 1 times 5. And it makes a really pretty star. So what's that? That's 21 plus 8. Let me put that on the side. 21 plus 8, that's 29, plus 5, that's 34. And how many zeros does that have? Well, if we look at 2 and 4, there are 2 zeros left. So 34 and 2 zeros. All right, we are done with 3 and 2. So now we're going to turn our attention to the very last numbers, 4 and 7. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight 4 and 7. And let me change that color. And we're going to look at all the branches off of 4 and 7. Now remember, we already did 3 and 7 and 2 and 4 because that already branched off of 4 and 7. So we're actually going to do 1 and 7 and 4 times 5 next. All right. So it branched off of 4 and 7, 1 times 7 and 4 times 5. That's 20. Or 5 times 4 and 7, 27. And how many zeros are left? This one little zero, 27, 0. And lastly, we're going to do the yellow part, which is 28. All right, now we're going to add it all together. We can start on the right, 8, 9, 6, 0, because that's 10, carry the 1, and that's 8. 80,698. So again, let's look at what we did. Oops, lost the plus sign. I will bring that over in a second. And I'll bring over the 1. Oops. All right, we'll just move the 1 later. So the plus sign and the 1, that's what gave us the 8. And if we check it on the calculator, you can take a moment to check it yourself on the calculator. See if we got it right. And oops, 314 times 257. And it is correct. Yep, it is. Very great. So let's go ahead and recap. How did we do this problem? I will color code it as we go along. So the first one we did was 3 times 2. Then the next one we did was starting at 3 and 2, the biggest and the closest. 3 times 5 and 1 times 2. That makes an X. Then we went still 3 times 2, but we're going to go the farthest away. 3 times 7, 2 times 4, and don't forget, if you've got an X, you want to complete the middle, 1 times 5. All right, that was it for the first part. And then the second part was we did 1 times 7, 4 times 5, and lastly, 4 times 7. So if you want to see it all written out, let's do that. One step. Step number 2. Step number 3. Oops, wrong color. Step number 4. I'll put it down here so which is actually this one. And step number 5, which is actually this one. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. And I'll go ahead and number these steps for you really quickly in a color that you can actually see. That didn't work at all. So let's do it in a color you can actually see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hope you had a lot of fun with this. And let me know if you're interested in anything else. Take care. Bye.